The Nerlin Nerds podcast is brought to you by What Lola Wants. Go to WLWPrivateChefs.com for information to reserve top quality chef and restaurant services in the Chicagoland area. Pulpery Media presents Nerlin Nerds with your hosts, Brock and Ben. This is where we discuss the pop culture topics that interest us and those minor details that irritate us. The pit got real. The pit got
so
old,
imagine like they
old PBS. What was it like?
Oh God, the operating the
baby.
Yeah.
The baby.
No, I was thinking about the PBS.
Well, no, yeah, it was where it's like, what was that like the one we had to watch in school?
Yes, exactly. Which
like,
scared everyone to death of vagina forever.
I just feel like I didn't know it could do that.
Yeah, and I can't believe that this show was like, it was like, oh my God, it's chaos. Here is a baby's head coming out of a vagina. Like, just like that.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, but then they kept going back to it.
Well, but, you know, again, with the show's incredible. I think that whole sequence was fucking insane, where you have like the complication with the birth, and then there was
then she was bleeding out.
Who was next door?
I hate you.
Wasn't it? No, it wasn't. Was it the? It
was the black chick who had the miscarriage, right?
No. Well, I mean, that was one of the doctors in there, but they had two patients right next door because Dr. Robbie was going back and forth. And they were both. Oh no, that was the woman with the bleed in her lungs and her esophagus, and they're
the military guy.
No. They're having to put the balloon in her esophagus and her stomach because she was a Hep B patient. Yeah.
Is that the one who came in, though, and there was, like, some random ex-military guy who trached her with a pin?
Might have been, yeah.
I think that's the same one.
But it was a lot of blood in 2 rooms.
Right, and it was just nonstop. Like, you know, normally they would go back to someone else, and they did. They went to the heel chick that I'm not really a big fan of, the black-haired, angsty one. And you know, they did. My favorite character wasn't in this episode a lot,
but she was in the birthing scene.
Yeah, but she was just like.
But she had one of the sweetest moments, like when the blood and stuff. I mean, like all that was like very upsetting. But when they finally get the blood and the birth mother stopped, but then the baby's not breathing. That was like. I'm getting overwhelmed with fucking emotion.
I told you. And you know, they're rubbing, and she, I can't remember what she says. Something along the lines of, it's okay, it's normal.
Yeah.
But not really normal, but like it's not that far-fetched for a baby to come out and not immediately scream or be breathing.
Right,
like
yeah.
They just need to be, you know.
Yeah. So,
but still, I was like, man, I just went through all of that and this baby's going to die.
Right.
That's how I was watching this.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck? Yeah. This is after he had his arm up in there to pull the baby out.
Which, again, like I said, but it's just like I would think the accuracy of this show of like, and it's one of those things, like where I just remember when my first nephew was born, I wasn't in the room for it. I was driving up, but when we got there, and of course, like my sister-in-law just looked exhausted, and they were like, and you know, you're not what you seen in TV and on the movie. They always look like pristine and shit, she looked like she had like worked in a coal mine all night.
Correct. She probably had black lung. At that point.
But and she said what she went through, and it was like, oh my God! Like
4 of my kids were C-sections.
Yeah, I didn't know like things like that could happen. Yeah. I mean, I knew about the peeing and pooping yourself, but then it was like, you know, things are tearing, and I know. I mean, and
your
we're getting
organs are getting moved around.
Yeah.
So, okay, not to go into this, but the show's accuracy. I want to know.
But you're right. Like Dr. Robbie had both hands in
pulling physically
rotating the baby, getting the shoulder off the pelvis.
Yep.
Like,
yep. They have to have MDs on the what do they call them? Technical advisors.
Yeah.
Like a cop show will have a cop there. Or Kevin Spacey and L.A.
Confidential. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's who.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Kevin Spacey is the. Sorry.
Vincennes. Shit. What was his? I forget his first name, but
he was all like,
yeah.
God, that movie is so great.
It is. It's fantastic.
So, this TV show's great. I think we've got 2 hours left, so 2 episodes. We still are waiting on the school shooting people to come in because it's happening.
Yeah. Well, he got the mom to effectively say like, my son needs help, so they can put out the bolo on him.
But he was still. Who did he task with keeping an eye on her, and then they ended up calling CPS anyway?
The
not the emo one.
The year 3 doctor who's got the anklet monitor.
Her. Okay, yeah.
She called that one in.
Right. But she has a kid too, and I don't even think we talked about her ex and like the issues there. That clearly there are issues there. Whoa.
Well, and with his girlfriend or his new wife or whatever, but
right.
Yeah.
Because okay.
She's a bitch.
Yeah, she is. Fucking Christ.
And I don't normally, but it's...
No, but she, again, accuracy of this show.
Coming from a broken home.
I mean, isn't that all of us at this point in time? Oh, fuck.
It's like tattoos and DUIs. We all got one.
And all of us. Every single one of us. So, yeah, the show is...
It's addictive. It's like I'm waiting until it's done before I even check in with my mother to be like, hey, have you watched this?
Yeah, no, exactly.
Because it's like, if you haven't, oh God.
Pray, just calm, just
also,
prepare.
I need an episode by episode review from an active nurse who worked in an emergency room.
Yes.
Of like, how real is this? Like,
I can't wait to go back.
Are we way the fuck off, or is this like, holy shit, this might be the best medical drama?
Yeah, no, I want to know.
Yeah,
I want to know. What your mom thinks.
Right.
All right, how much time do we have?
About 6.5 minutes.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So Daredevil started. How'd you like that first 10 minutes?
The first episode,
bruh.
I love it that he is, both him and Fisk are resisting.
Correct.
So hard.
Their animalistic urges. Which is why when he... I'm jumping ahead, but when he's in the apartment and the guy's breaking, he was like, please don't make me do this. Please.
Yeah.
I'm begging you.
Yeah.
Do not make me do this. And they make him, and then he is fucking broken.
And like far more brutal than he was in the first series.
Exactly. Like he is, and then afterwards,
I thought he killed one of those fuckers.
Well, I mean, he threw fucking Bullseye off the fucking roof.
Oh yeah, but like Bullseye had to come and he killed Foggy.
Yeah, exactly. And effectively,
how dare you kill one of the Mighty Ducks,
bruh? Like that's he was the levity in the show.
Yeah. Which I've been going back and rewatching the original.
I haven't yet. I mean, we started.
Yeah,
my wife and I started.
But that's tough because like those are all hour-long episodes.
Yep.
So it's a fucking commitment.
Is.
Yeah.
It is.
But
the thing is, once you get started, you get to rolling through those bastards quick.
Yeah.
Except season 2, because Elektra was pretty terrible.
Well, they all have their, good moments.
I just didn't like that whole storyline.
Well, no, but I do like with Born Again. I mean, we're 3 episodes in.
Correct.
And they've been teasing Punisher.
Well, you see the tattoos.
Yeah.
It was a tattoo, right? It wasn't a shirt. It was a tattoo.
Yeah.
Of the mercenaries.
Yeah.
I'm assuming what they are. So that'll be interesting to see how that ties in.
Right.
White Tiger.
Well, he's dead now.
Yeah, no, but the actor died too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no, I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
That's a shame.
So
he was good.
Yeah.
Like that whole sequence was.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what this show is.
No, I know, but I will say this is that I find the original series, particularly the first season, the legal scenes are a little hard to take.
Yep, greed.
Well, I just mean like a lot of it is they're banking on people not knowing how courtrooms work. Right.
Well, and they're banking on like everything else is going on around it.
Yeah.
And then you've got these courtrooms. So,
the courtroom scenes in Born Again are a lot better. Or a lot.
I don't think they're as.
They're not as hokey.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, and they're not as like long. Who are you? Oh, that's Karen Cross. They're not as long.
Yeah.
Like they were just quick. When was the first one in the first episode? What were they in?
It's like a bail hearing or something.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
again, it wasn't anything. It was just like, okay, here it is.
Well, and like they did he brought up his defendant being a vigilante, and then the judge is like immediately back in my chambers and like, you fucking told me to sequester this, and now you're fucking bringing it. Like that shit's real. Like, or, I mean, much realer than than what the original series did. And
how long ago was the original series? Has it been 10 years since the first episode on Netflix?
Yeah, it was right. It was like 2015. Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. Oh,
so
those two will kill each other.
But they're just throwing in enough action.
Well, they're setting shit up. Clearly.
Oh yeah.
How about Kingpin and his wife being on the outs, and her running the family, as it were,
and liking it
while he was away.
Yeah.
I also love the fact that they mentioned that Echo shot him.
Yeah.
Although I wish his face was just a little more haggard, but I think they're trying to keep it comic book accurate.
Yeah.
So that was.
Well, I'm trying to remember. In Echo, didn't he like pull up his jacket at like the last second or something?
Well, that's what I couldn't remember. I needed to go back, but yeah, I think in the comics he has a scar.
Yeah.
But so that was their way around this.
I think for him, it's more the emotional trauma.
Yeah, you saw how he slimmed down too, and I like how they work that into the script. Like, they're
just. Vincent D'Onofrio was born to fucking play that role.
He was.
And he knows it. And he fucking knows it.
And Gomer Pyle in Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah.
Because, 5.62 millimeter. That's it. He's going to eat this donut with his pants around his ankles while everybody does PT. He is awesome. The scene where they're having coffee.
Oh, yeah.
And they're both basically going, I know you.
Yeah.
And you're going to fuck up. And I'm going to be there for it.
Yeah.
Except now
it's very much like the like Heat, De Niro, Pacino
yes.
scene. Yeah.
It was like, I'm now the mayor.
Why am I just realizing that now? Like, but it's like, and when you do, I'm going to be there.
I will be there. Yeah, that's what they said to each other. Because Kingpin is the mayor now. Is like, I think he kind of wants to go straight.
Yeah.
But the whole vigilante is like his immigration for Trump. Like he's trying to kill vigilantes.
Well, I mean, and that's part of that whole first episode is why am I blanking on Daredevil's real name? But
Murdoch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Matt's going like, no. And then the election night happens like, son of a bitch.
He could hear it walking down the street. Yeah. This show's good.
Yeah. I'm liking that therapist girlfriend too. The following segment has been brought to you by Whatever Lola Wants. Go to WLWPrivateChefs.com for information to reserve top quality chef and restaurant services in the Chicagoland area. The Nerla Nerds podcast is a production of Pulpery Media, produced and edited by Ben Grimion, marketing by Brock Ryder, graphic design by Beck Ryder and Ben Grimion, Music by the Heisenberg Compensators.